Boa noite a todos. Welcome back to Tom Plays EUIV Episode 4 for absolute beginners. We are about to declare war on Great Britain. So let's go for it. We're going to drag Spain into one last war. And I really hope that we pick the right reasons just then. Because you should always check the reasons. If you pick the wrong ones, you can be in a lot of trouble. Alright, they're fighting. Okay. Hang on. Where's your general? There's your general. That's fine then. Okay, so we've got a big war going on, which I would love to help with. We probably will get there in time, to be honest. But at the moment, it's just a very useful distraction while we land our troops. Bear in mind, we still have a war going on with the Commonwealth from Russia. We're ignoring it, basically. Our troops were sat in a castle. Kind of expecting the Russians to just swarm them anyway, because there are only 12,000 men. Well, our big concern is Great Britain. So it looks like they have won. We are going to send our fleet over to try to attack them. But I did need to land these troops first. Very important. So bizarrely, we've actually got Spain on our side. Whether or not they will do anything. And we also have Provence and Venice. And Lenape, I think, as the opposition. Okay, finished a colony, lost a royal marriage. I'm still half hoping Austria might join in once their war's over, whatever their war is. Okay, come on guys, not the time. Not cool, I have things to do. Looks like we've won a naval war already. I'm going to go take this castle first. I might have our ships patrol. Can't give them a leader, can we? Let's see if we can take down that fleet first. But yeah, the big noise really is going to be this army. Everything else is a bit of a sideshow, to be honest. Unite these ships with the main armada, and then I might see if we can set them on a patrol. If you remember, we did some patrolling further south. This is one of the nice things about Great Britain, is that we don't need to move around too much. So Spain is fighting Provence, which is brilliant. Honestly, this is absolutely perfect because tell you what, let's adjust. Oh, I think I need them. Oh, heck. Need to get over there. That was unfortunate. We might still get there in time, but naval battle's taking extremely long time. So rare that I have a battle where there's like a war where there's so much going on that I have to go on the lowest speed. There we go. I should settle down a bit in a minute. They have quite a lot of troops there, to be honest. Seriously wondering if I should hire some mercenaries. Yes, that's fine. Seriously, go away. What do I need to hire them? Get these and get those. They'll do. I don't really mind what they are. I'm just conscious that we're a bit outnumbered. In fact, we're very outnumbered. That's worrying. We are worryingly outnumbered. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over here and then I'm going to tell them to patrol these 3 places. Is the plan. so I think if I click here and then click start patrolling, I think they'll go between these three. Good experiment actually, we can keep an eye on them, see if they do. It's like one of the more sophisticated naval things you can do with no DLCs whatsoever. Looks good. Yep, looks like they're going back and forth. So I'm hoping that will effectively cut the English off. The problem is that our current army isn't big enough to fight them. So I'm hoping we will be making enough money to keep that mercenary troop going when they eventually arrive. I didn't really check what abilities he had though, so there may not be enough. I'll have to see. We may need to bring our main army over, or we may need to hope that the Spanish actually make landfall. But it looks like the Spanish actually have their work cut out for them at the moment, which is interesting. Yeah, it's not going to be enough, is it? 33. Not unless we're reasonably clever. Still, I'm pleased that our navy seems to be more powerful than theirs, although we do have an admiral. But we should still have the Spanish knocking around. I see they're sieging Finisterre. That shouldn't be a big problem because we should be quite advanced in our siege. So we can probably just head over once we take this castle. Although it might be more amusing to force these ships to set off, but we'll see. I can't believe how lucky we've been getting Spain involved. We're probably going to end up fighting them. Very kind of you, Spain. Okay, so how about you take one of the middle ones? Heiveld. Make another state. Won our siege, which is fine, so alright, that's France. Get them confused with Provence. Flags aren't actually remotely similar, really. It's taking a while for your morale to come up, isn't it? Really do have a good way to whittle down their army size. Of course they have. Actually, I might pull our spies out now. I'm not going to be interested in fighting Great Britain or Provence once. This is done with. Oh, brilliant. Navy's coming into conflict, which is good. Hopefully we can make mincemeat of the British Navy bit by bit. Right, let's take this land, because that's the one we have a claim on. I'd like to make sure it's us who has it. Since Provence doesn't have any colonies for us to want to take. Although part of me is wondering if we should just move our army over so that we can defeat Great Britain, seeing as our navy seems to be more powerful. They might decide to attack us once we're attacking a castle. Oh no, looks like we're just going to try and take some of their land back. Which is good, because... Oh, actually, let's move them there, because then if they do attack, we should see them coming. And we can go and help. What's going on here, sorry? I'm guessing there was just a battle or something. Okay, Russia's accepted peace, that's nice. Did our army survive? It did! Oh, brilliant. So we haven't actually lost anything, and we've officially helped the Commonwealth in their war. So they can't complain. Maybe at some point, either they or Austria would like to join in our war. It would be heavily appreciated if they would. Under the royal marriage of Austria, you never know. Come on, stop fighting the Palatinate. And come and help us. Oh. Okay, so we've taken them. Go for Anjou. I think there's so much of Great Britain to take, and Ireland, that if they're not actually going to come to get us, then there's no particular reason why we should go and fight them yet. Still also risky though. Why have you landed? I never told you to land. You're supposed to be patrolling. Not cool. Oh well, we'll finish this anyway. I'm just thinking if we can finish him off, it'll free Spain up to maybe do something helpful, because they do seem to be struggling a little. I don't know how a nation the size of Provence can take on the mighty Spain. Possibly because the mighty Spain isn't putting a lot of effort in, to be fair. Or maybe their armies are all over the place. So you see our colonies are hopefully making mincemeat of the British ones. Especially seeing as we've got Spain on board in theory. I mean, good grief. Should be overwhelmed. Oh well, not to worry. Let's just keep on going with the castles. We have too much diplomatic power. What can we use that for? We can use it to develop our provinces, if nothing else. I could just stick it in Lisboa. Bit wasteful. But, you know. So mostly we just need to keep an eye on the British army, but I am also thinking that we should bring all our armies across. We might even gain enough money for a second mercenary army, actually, in which case we might not need to. Yeah, we've got plenty of money, actually. So maybe. Let's move over there. I'm not coming to help with the castle because I'm not in that big a hurry, and we've just... the more of this land we can take, the better concessions we can get out of Britain. Ooh, papal favours. Right, our legitimacy is actually a little low, although it is going up. Whereas prestige is going down, so let's do prestige. Not too worried about that. Not hideously worried about helping Spain too much, simply because, you know, any damage that gets done to them is probably a plus in the long run. But then we don't really want them pulling out of the war either. Support them anyway, please. But then we don't really want to improve diplomatic relations. Right, well, don't have huge amounts of... oh, good. The problem is I don't really want to go too far away. Maybe we should go out with a siege now. Can't be much further to go. I'm just thinking about our diplomats, because they're currently sat doing nothing. Or our actual allies. They're the important ones. There we go. I'll just keep one handy. Should probably hit colonial nations as well, but a little distracted by the ongoing war. There we go, Montgomery has fallen. Good, let's go get Coventry. Got another conversion in the works. How about another mercenary army, more to the point? We have an independent army of 52, but we can't afford them. We need 2.4k. Yeah, we're nowhere near yet. It can take us a while to build that up, I think. Not a huge problem, seeing as we're still not getting much resistance from Great Britain, and hopefully this is going to fall soon anyway. A lacklustre response from Great Britain, really, considering their armies actually, you know, outnumber ours on their island. Guess I might start attacking the north of England then, if you're not going to stop us. Probably better go stamp out that Portuguese army. Ooh, yeah, I'm not going to actually recruit any new soldiers for a bit. We're just hoping to keep up the armies we've got. So I'm sort of thinking at the moment, we'll finish taking Anjou, we'll maybe grab Nantes, re-grab Vanité, and maybe stamp out this army, and then go to Core, force them to set off and get minced by our navy, and then maybe make landfall with the second army. On the other hand, if we save up enough money in the meantime, we might get another mercenary army and not actually need to make landfall. Looks like Spain has turned the tables on Provence at least. That's a good start. Oh, yes please. Oh, they're ceding something to Portuguese Louisiana. Brilliant. I assume things are going well in the Americas then, which is good. How far away do we have to go before they actually do something? It's bizarre. They seem remotely interested in actually moving their armies anywhere. Come on, Britain, you're embarrassing me. I expect you to be better fighters than this. Oh, you know. Lost a general, that's unfortunate. Which one? This one, right, our best one. That's just typical. Oh yeah, we could probably raise some estates at the moment. Still, I'd rather not, thanks. I should move over there actually next. So they're going to take that land back if we leave them too long, which to be fair we probably already have. Can't be helped. Right, I need a new general. Any general is better than nothing. Fortunately the new one is actually pretty good. You know what, let's not go up there. Let's head down here. Start taking land, because we're getting close to being able to afford another mercenary army, which may put us on a par with Britain. Right, keep going. Please keep an eye on the time as well, as in the date. I've got to remember this isn't really about conquering Britain, it's about getting their colonies. otherwise we don't really care, so we don't actually need to keep the war going longer than is necessary. Britain is not part of our mission tree, and they're not particularly an enemy. In fact, quite the reverse normally. Alliance between Portugal, I think it was England originally. It was like the longest standing alliance in history, I think. Okay, this is good. Spain does have pretender rebels now. Can't say I'm too concerned. At least we've probably broken the power of Provence, which I have to say was impressively good, all things considered. They're more powerful than... Oh, that's why. They've got a whole load of land over here. Right, so when Provence was the ally... Probably just as well I didn't notice that. It might have put me off. Not to worry. I think we're doing fine. Doing even more fine now. Finally, thank you, Austria. That should help enormously with Provence. Certainly help with Venice. Austria never seems to get on very well with Venice, so hopefully they'll stamp Venice out in no time. Maybe they'll even get some land out of it, which I'm sure they'll like. Okay, occupied core, which is good. I'm going to head back, take all these lands from Provence while the naval battle's happening. Okay, are we anywhere close to being ready to fight Britain? By which I mean, are we anywhere close to being able to hire some more mercenaries? Okay, that is a sizable company. Especially if we can give them a general. So back to the normal map mode. Sometimes I like to take you out of it when you get more troops. So it'll take a bit of a while for them to show up, but hopefully we can actually crush them, so we could possibly leave this army here. Although of course with the ships there we could also just go straight across to help. So that's another option. So I'm going to give you a general even if it takes us above our allowable limit. No alerts, maybe it hasn't. Iran separatists, not too worried about that. Still haven't got quite all of the English colonies, British colonies. Sorry. And I'll tell you what. While we're waiting for their morale to improve, let's go take that castle. Won't hurt. Actually, I don't know if we can hold that land without taking Dumfries as well. So, is this Northumberland? Northumberland. Come to something when I need to use the map to check the name of a county in Northern England. Good grief. Just keep you going, but I may actually go over to help. I'm hoping that with Austria back in the game, well, in the game, and Spain pretty much winning now, we don't really need our army. So maybe if we just take these lands, or at least most of these lands, we can leave Austria and Spain to deal with the rest of Provence, and I suppose the rest of the UK, and we can head over to the mainland. Okay, overwhelming numbers time. Oh, right. Okay, brilliant. Oh, in that case, let's overwhelming numbers time on Dumfries. No particular objection to taking a second castle, just while we get ready. Let's Spain's dealing with the noble rebels. Stuff going on here with Austria and Venice. Venice always feels more troops than I expect. Kind of a trading nation, I suppose. And still, the British Army hasn't moved. Guys, your country's being taken away from you. Typical British government, they only care about London. Like, oh, but London's still fine, so the country's fine. Yes, I'm sure. I'm just upset because Lancashire's been taken over. Never mind. Okay, let's probably watch here really. This is where most of the action's likely to be. Let's at least speed up a little bit. Okay, we've taken Cumbria as well. Not in quite as much of a hurry up there, but I suppose there's no reason we can't grab some more spots. Head into Scotland. Where are you going? Well, suit yourself. I'll take that county if you want then. Totally up to you, I suppose. How are we doing over here? Not as much headway as I would like. Come on, Austria. Okay. I can't entirely decide whether to just go straight for London and accept the penalty for them having a massive castle, or whether to go to the lands nearby and see if we can make an attack. I suppose we could at least go for this land, couldn't we? Maybe if we land in Sussex with the other army. If they're sensible, they'll probably pull back into London anyway. But then if they were sensible, they'd have mopped up some of the southwestern lands while we were gone. I'm honestly not sure what the British are thinking here. But here we go, it is finally time. So as soon as that falls, I'm going to tell them to move into Sussex. In the meantime, the main army's coming down here. They're already running away. More importantly, they're running in the wrong direction. If you guys go west, I'm going to be able to trap you. Wow. Okay, let's peel off to Somerset then. So whichever army you fight, the other army can just come over and do you in. Okay, gonna come in. They're not moving, so okay, we'll bring all of the armies in. We've taken Alençon, so we'll tell them to move to Sussex and take that. Well, that was pretty foolish now, wasn't it? Move you to Oxford. And then probably move all three into London as soon as they fall. And then we'll just start taking the rest of the UK. Some British peasants. Actually, to be fair, what we should do is probably check whether we can make any peace. Okay, that's good. That's all I wanted out of Provence, is vanity. Britain. Right, don't want any of this nonsense to start with. What we want is Canada, Louisiana, Canada, Eastern America and Mexico. Oh, really? Okay. That's fine. Let us Right. Okay, apparently Mexico is going to take us above 100 war score. You see, they're trying to stop us making landfall now. So this is a last-ditch attempt by the UK Navy. Also got massive peasant problems, which is annoying because that's the land I had claims on. Can't say I'm caring that much though. And there's always a chance their own army might come into conflict with the peasants. Oh yeah, I should make that a core. But yeah, I think what we might do is start off with Mexico. If we can't take the full thing. It's now 1780. I do wonder if it might be worth doing London. This is one of the problems with moving troops this way, it does take forever. Any chance we can move across? No. Why do we not have Oxford? Did I... Oh, it's because of a castle. Of course it is. That was silly. Of course London's going to retake lands that we're not in, isn't it? Right, we should move an army back there then. In fact, we just leave you in Sussex. That's the same thing doesn't happen. Oh, interesting. So the UK has managed to come up with a navy bigger than ours now. It's amazing what you can achieve when you put your mind to it, isn't it, Britain? Alright, forget this. Let's go take London. Ditto for you. Apparently some land has been taken by separatists. It's not our land though, I don't think. I think it's the colonies. So that's fine, but yeah, we need to move this along. Oh brilliant, they're taking on the peasants themselves. That's good. Just hoping we're not going to lose all our sailors. Come on, hurry up. If the navy gets splatted. Shouldn't destroy the navy, to be fair. It should just make landfall, so maybe it'll just be that the soldiers don't come back or something. Send the mercenary after them while they've got low morale. Send you out to retake Oxford, because you're the smallest mercenary company. Very annoying that we're going to lose all our gains to British peasants. Never mind. We really need these lands anyway, we really just need the colonies. I'm just thinking taking the capital will... Provence, what's the rivals? Should make quite a difference in terms of the war score. There goes the navy. See, after all that, it still wasn't enough to take on the British Navy. Well, never mind. Actually, you may as well join in the siege again. So what's happened to our army? Are they going back to the continent? Looks like it. Right, that's fine. We can sort out these peasants so we can at least take back this land from them. Maybe dig in and wait for them to come to us if they insist. need London to fall. Let's spend time on.
Not our problem. Also not a problem. Well, it is our problem, but not in a hurry. There we go. London has fallen. Good. About time. Right, let's bring our armies up. I'm going to wipe out those peasants. Don't want to do Britain a favour, but at the same time... Okay, brilliant. Austria is making good. Can we get Venice to make peace? They can, and they'll give us some money. Well, I do like money. Are we still gaining money, by the way? We are. Lots of it. Good. I won't worry about getting rid of the mercenary armies in that case. We will just carry on as we are. So I'm going to sweep up here and take a load of British territory. Even though technically we probably don't need to. Actually, that's quite a big army. Maybe we should rethink this. Let's see what we can get out of peace. Okay, so I want Mexico. Mexico is essential. Louisiana would also be nice. Can't get any of those things. Can't humiliate them. That's fine. Let's just go for that. Let's make peace. No. Sorry, not being funny, but I've got no armies in the vicinity. I've literally just ended a war. Really not interested anymore. Okay, so we basically filled in this land here from Britain. We've taken some rather less impressive bits around these areas, I think. I'm not even sure exactly where, but we've hopefully improved a little. So how are we looking in terms of Spain now? We've got... Yeah, we've definitely got the edge, haven't we? I feel reasonably confident that we could fight Spain and not have to worry. Okay, so we've got no holdings in Britain, which is fine. These are mercenaries, so let's let them go. They aren't mercenaries. So we want to pull them out. These are mercenaries, so we'll let them go. I've got a new state. Brilliant. So we're going to need to... We're not going to be able to land, so we just need you to head into armour. Blocked by hostile fort. Oh, I'm guessing the problem here is that we no longer have enough transports. Yeah, we've got 61 now. Now let's split you up. As you're thinking about it, we're going to have to split the other army up anyway, aren't we? So we may as well split them up. Let's head to Finisterre. Okay, great. So not honestly as effective as I was hoping. I was actually hoping we'd be able to take everything, but with that 100% war score limit, I don't think it would have let us. So just had to accept we were going to have to take Britain in two parts, and I didn't want the war going on for too long. I wonder if we've gained extra merchant because Louisiana has grown. Not complaining. What do they suggest? Something over here, I'm suspecting. Next one in line is Coromandel, which is just here. So that makes sense. We want to move trade, I think, over to the Cape of Good Hope rather than over here. And most of it is going over here. So let's send the merchant to transfer trade power. Actually, a lot's being retained.
Okay, so we'll help pull some forward. But yeah, the Indian nations have got control of some of it. Quite a bit of it, actually. So we'll hopefully see our traders show up. There they are. A bit more money going our way now. Not sure I've seen much difference, to be honest, but hopefully that will help. Let's head back to the non-trade map, political map, and we'll start a new colony. We're finally starting to get to the end of the colonies we can make. Okay, we are maxed out on administrative power. Right. Really should start improving other places rather than Lisboa. In fact, actually not so much the administrative, but when we do get the diplomat... Oh, actually, is it administrative power that reduces inflation? It is. Let's reduce our inflation a bit. There we go. We're at +3 stability, so that's fine. But yeah, I'm sort of thinking we should probably do some of the areas around this trade zone with diplomatic power. Quantity ideas? Well, yeah, I suppose. Okay, so we may have an uprising here at some point. So that's worth keeping in mind. I'm not going to put troops there because I don't want to stop the uprising. We're going to need to rebuild our navy. We're going to need to improve our army. We do actually have the manpower to do that. So, okay, we have an army up here, which for some reason is only 35 instead of... Isn't our standard army 36 now? 25-9. I'm guessing they're missing a cavalry. Okay. Not that interesting cavalry, but I do like to keep things relatively the same. I'm just wondering if we could actually make a 6th army along here. Save us moving one, for one thing. We also really ought to start building more cannons. They should be like half of your infantry at least. So that's another thing, but we've probably gained quite a few resources. I don't think we're going to run out, so let's just build a whole bunch of infantry. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that's all we've got the manpower for now, but that'll give us something to fall back on next time. We do also want transport if we have the sailors, because we want to get back up to 72 if possible, although we may not really need them anymore, thinking about it, unless we do go for Britain again, but I'm mostly thinking Mogadishu and Spain now. So we shall see, but yeah. So that is that done. Still have our full bunch of rivals. Probably bad choice of rivals. Spain amazingly still just about likes us. So we'll see if we can change that, but in effect we're going to be looking at Mogadishu, so we should definitely start building a spy network there. We should also... Oh, we should also see what allies are going to have. Mamluks, Fars and Kilwa. Fars and Kilwa, right.
Kilwa, I have to say, doesn't appear to have much left. But we've got diplomats to spare, so maybe we should just cause some issues anyway. Nowhere near there. Nowhere near the Mamluks, so we can't make claims on them. That's fine. Not too worried. Looks like this war's still going on. Yeah, sorry about that, guys, but you really did ask at a bad time. Move you there for now. Right, brilliant. So that's basically done. So I don't know if we'll ever attack Britain again. Would if we had tons of time left, but we don't. We've got like 40 years maybe. It's 1821 it ends, and really it's Spain we're concerned about, so if we had infinite time I'd try and stay on Spain's good side and try and take this colony as well. But as it is, I'm going to have to trust that our American colonies can overcome Spain's American colonies. You've got to remember we do have Australia as well. Mind you, they've got some land. Well, not there, but they've got some land here. Yeah. Hard to say. Very hard to say. I'll tell you what though, we should probably build some forts or something. Kind of odd that we don't have any troops over here. Really? Well, it wouldn't hurt to have a few more forts, seeing as we've got so much money. Maybe just a couple, you know, try and keep the peace a little. Right, that's used all our money up. Even if we don't have any troops, it'd at least slow Spain down if they attack us. But yeah, next one is going to be Mogadishu again. So this time it's going to be in a full-on war. Could take a while because we need to get the Straits of Hormuz. So I'm guessing we need these two provinces here as our main concern. So what I'm thinking is, okay, who is Junar? How big are they? Can't immediately see them, I'm going to accept. We don't currently have any troops, but I don't want to really upset all of our allies. In fact, Bengal isn't even an ally anymore. After us turning them down, so it'd be nice to keep Delhi at least, just in case. Might come in useful for the attack on Mogadishu. We'll see. Anyway, we'll be preparing for that next time. I don't know if we'll actually get to the battle, because the preparations might take a while. But, yeah, reasonably pleased with what happened with Great Britain. We were probably overpowered, if anything, so as usual I'm being a bit too cautious. Didn't manage to take as much of the Americas as I would have liked, but it should be enough to tilt the balance in our favour, I think. Especially if maybe we save up a load of money for when we're fighting Spain. We can maybe even hire some mercenaries in the Americas or something. If we've got all of our actual troops down here, and get someone reasonable to think we could pretty much swamp them. We'll see. But yeah, Mogadishu first. We'll see if we can fulfill that mission about the Straits of Hormuz, which would be good. So yeah, it's as much of that area as we can get. Hormuz owned by Portugal. Is that the regions again? I seem to have lost my regions map. Region is Horn of Africa. Okay.
That's quite a large area, isn't it? So this is probably an area. No, apparently Hormuz isn't even an area, which kind of makes me think it might just be a province. And there's no sign of it as a province either. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure those are the Straits of Hormuz. So, I suppose I might be wrong. Maybe I should do some research on that before the next game. I might be going for the wrong thing. But certainly what I'm intending to do is to take these lands heading up. So just those 4 provinces, potentially. I might just take them in the hope that that will be enough to get us the achievement to fulfill the mission. But we'll see. I mean, I'm going to go all out, so we'll probably take as much of this area as we can, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, going to leave that till next time. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.